Greetings. We continue with your spiritual growth from 2 Peter chapter 1, verses 5 through 9. We're on major point number 3 still. The increasing of these things is spiritual growth. In English, we usually say that double negatives are not allowed. Yet there is that exception where we may use a double negative for emphasis. And that's kind of what is doing here when he says, if these things be in you abound, they will make you that you be neither barren nor unfruitful. Well, the double negative emphasizes that they are making you with works and with fruits with respect to the recognition of Jesus Christ. See, there's a difference between worship and idolatry. In true worship, God is God and I am the servant. In idolatry, I am God and the idol is my servant. It's just backwards from how it's supposed to be. If you're saved and serving the Lord as a servant and an apostle, there will be works and there will be fruits. That's what the passage says. These things occur with respect to the recognition of our particular Lord, our Master, Jesus Christ, that is our anointed Savior. This implies that one can fail to produce the proper fruit for the following reasons. Number one, they do not possess the divine nature and cannot produce the works and the fruits because they have not escaped the corruption. Or two, they do possess the divine nature, they have escaped the corruption, but they are not producing the works and the fruits with hasty diligence. Peter is very dogmatic about this. Jesus was also dogmatic in the Sermon on the Mount in chapter 7. We'll begin reading at verse 16 where he said, "You shall know them by their fruits." Then he asked, "Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit." That's a statement of fact, not a question. "But a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth forth not good fruit is hewn, cut down, and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits you shall know them." Peter used the same word for fruit that Jesus used. The concept of good fruit or bad or evil fruit are similar. However, different words were used in the Greek. This is also true of the concept of bringing forth. In John chapter 15, the great discourse on the vine, in verse 2, Jesus said, "Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purges it or prunes it, that it may bring forth more fruit." In verse 8, he said, "Herein is my Father glorified, that you bear much fruit, so shall you be my disciples." If we pay close attention, we'll see that there's 4 classes of fruit bearing which are set forth. There is the absence of fruit when he says, bears no fruit. There's the standard of fruit when he says, bears fruit. There's the comparative of fruit when he says, bears more fruit. And there is the superlative of fruit when he says, bears much fruit. The more fruit we produce, the more glory goes to the Father.